What is up, guys? Heath with Lake Champlain Sanitation here, and on today's video we're going to be talking about productivity, some tips and tricks that I've used over the last few years and things that I've just recently learned in the last few months that have really changed my business altogether. These tips and tricks are going to be able to be used in any type of business. I don't really care if you're landscaping, washing windows, if you're hauling trash like me. Productivity is key, especially in the current marketplace. A lot of employees right now, well, at least they were. I mean, some might be going back to work, but a lot of employees are lacking motivation. The world's in a crazy spot at the making of this video, and it has been for a couple years. So being key, having your key performance indicators and tracking those in your business to make sure that whether it's your trucks, your bodies in the field, anything is producing at the rate that you want it to is going to be key to being profitable, and profitable at a good rate. Personally, I think that before you scale, 25 to 30% margin is a good target. 20 to 30, some people might say. If you're up into the big seven figures, that may shrink just because of overhead, but then still, 10% of 10 million is still more than 20% of 1 million. So it really comes down to scale at that point. But this video is going to be more for the smaller business like myself, and if you're just an owner operator out there or an operator with 1 or 2 employees, I really hope this will bring you some serious value. So if this is the first video you guys have ever watched and you like this content, smash that like button and hit that notification bell. We're coming out with a lot of these videos about how to run any type of service business. So without further ado, a couple tips and tricks about how to be productive. So one thing we really started doing, guys, just recently, I mean, if it's your first time watching, we're in the garbage industry. We do junk removal, residential trash pickup, a little bit of light demolition, and dumpster rentals. So kind of just a waste management service business. Job cost averaging, and this can go from anything from residential customer getting your average monthly ticket price right up to what is an average junk removal job with a full load of junk cost you. To do that, I keep track of all of my receipts, anything from bank statements, dump fees, fuel, random expenses, and then bigger ticket items such as the invoice here is for some roll-off dumpsters we just had, and trying to figure out in Excel, I use a lot of Excel spreadsheets, how quickly are we going to get the money back that we invested, and then how many jobs do we have to do, how much advertising is it going to take to get those jobs, and then to hit that 25 to 30% margin. By doing all of those things, I just started doing that a few months ago. It's really made me look more at the bottom line, not such the top line. I've heard this in a lot of, or a couple YouTube videos in the landscape space. They say top line is vanity, bottom line is sanity. And I don't think there's anything, better way to put it about revenue. Especially, like I said, in today's day and age, an owner op can have a nice 6-figure profiting business with realistically no employees if they have the proper equipment and they spend their time correctly. So what I'll do, and this month, it is October at the making of this video, we are starting to slow down. Our busy season is pretty much April 1st till mid-October. What I will do is keep a calendar up here of just the dumpsters that we've done and junk removal jobs that we've done, and then we're going to start putting more into here about like our interviews and stuff we're doing for the YouTube channel, since we're trying to invest a lot of time in that right now. But I keep this calendar and then a Google Calendar. The reason I keep this up here is I sit in this chair most days that I'm in the office and not in the field, and it's a quick reference for me to just look up and see what's going on. As soon as a call will come in, we'll put it into our QuickBooks software, book the job, put it there, and then it goes into the software as well. So having extra checkers, especially when you don't have a receptionist, you don't have an in-house bookkeeper. We at the scale we do have a bookkeeper, but she's external, and all these receipts that I bring them to her. So that's like a once a week, every couple weeks thing. But I am still doing all of the paperwork per se. Something like this here, this has been an ongoing job. This was a big job with, there was like 15 roll-offs that went here. I'm gonna keep this all so I can job cost average it when the job is complete, but it's still in the works. 1 or 2 more dumpsters to do there over the next couple weeks when those guys are back in town. But other than that, what I'll do, and I'll show you guys in Excel here. So to job cost average and track productivity, what we personally do, guys, is we will take each piece of equipment that we have, put a itemized list of the expenses that'll come with that piece of equipment, and then total out the estimated net profits if all is good in a normal year. We have our Ram 5500 Packer, we have our Ford F600 hook lift truck, and we use the same hook lift truck to do junk removal. So we've got our residential column, our dumpster rental column, and then our our junk removal column. And all of this comes together down here. We have an advertising budget, and Facebook, Google, sponsor, newspaper, radio, print, all comes into a funnel with a budget. If you guys can do things like this, I have a lot more of this information that we dive deep into on like our one-on-one consulting calls. So on a call, we'll do a screen share. I'll show you guys my numbers. You can show me your numbers, and we can, you know, are you forgetting about the CRM software you use? Are you using a CRM? Are you forgetting about the cell phone that your business pays for? All of those things I list out in that Excel spreadsheet, and I'm already trying to project 2023. And what is our growth want to be? Do we want to try to go 10 to 20% growth with organic and a little bit more advertising? If you're looking to double your business, you're obviously going to need to advertise a lot more and bring on a lot of people. But by having those itemized lists, you can almost just plug and play how much more you're going to need production-wise out of your current staff or new equipment and new staff to hit that revenue target. Another thing we do, guys, is, and I'm like a spreadsheet freak. I've got spreadsheets on a lot of different things. Everything that's written down in here is all on spreadsheets, so in case it, you know, gets erased or something. But we have our trucks. We have when we did the oil change, what kind of oil, the date we did it on. For the F600 and the Ram 5500, since we only have these 2 trucks in our active fleet, my personal truck I don't put in here because it's not being used very much. But we do this, I'll transfer this information into a spreadsheet, really keeping track of, like, our FMCSA was updated. If you guys are in the DOT space, if you have DOT numbers, you know that they send you emails literally, like, I get emails like every single week and, oh, it's out of date. Well, I physically went in, physically did the paperwork on 3/22/22. So that's your biannual update. Totally different. If, you know, it doesn't matter if you're not in the DOT space, but little things like this get transferred into Excel, but they're still here. There's still reminders. So if Tyler were to come in or Dad were to come in and I wonder if the truck needs an oil change and they were to just come in, it's right here. They don't need to go into the computer system. They can just come in really quick, look at it, and look at their log books that are in their trucks, and know that, you know, we're still good to go on service. So guys, I know this was a really short and sweet one. It was kind of a lot jumbled into one how-to video, but I just hope some of these tips and tricks, you know, if you guys are just stopping into the channel for the how-to series, there's going to be a lot of different videos like this across, you know, the whole industry in general and other industries that I think they're best practices for business owners, and I think there's 1,000 people talking about them on the internet. But if you guys are just following this channel, I really want to make sure you get the most value that, I mean, I can provide you the most value if you guys are coming here for your answers. And if you are, I really appreciate it. And as always, guys, thanks for the subscribes and the likes, and we'll see you next time.